Hey guys, it's quote unquote your boy, Ballface8020, back again with another great response video. First, I just want to give a quick update on my mental health since I brought it up. Thank you guys who were, who reached out to me and gave me support. I appreciate it. I'm doing much better now. I've gone from being severely depressed to merely being dissatisfied and just really bored, um, which is good. I think I'm probably in the same boat as 99% of the American population. Um, the What I think happened, I think the reason that I relapsed so bad and recovered so relatively quickly was because I had started a new medication, um, in addition to the one I'm already taking, and I felt like it's working, but it wasn't doing enough to really be worth it. So I stopped taking it for a few days. And then as I noticed that, I guess I'd already gotten addicted to it and that my depression was starting to come back, I started taking it again. But instead of it like fixing my depression right away, it took about a week before my mood to restabilize. So I guess my mood kept getting worse during the week, and then it peaked over the weekend, and now it seems like I'm pretty much back to normal. So I'm really happy about that. Um, okay, so this is a video. Casey's decided to use his sister for another one. I guess we'll see. We'll see what she has to say. Um, but this video is how to get. This is from a girl saying, uh, how do you get your crush, if you're a guy, how do you get your crush, presumably a girl, to start chasing you? Um, I really don't want to say anything to spoil. Let's just get into it and see what they have to say. Now, first things first, well, we start with this. Please be respectful. This is my sister. All right, cool. I mean, look, I get it. She seems cool, and even if she wasn't, these people shouldn't be saying shit about her. But here's the thing, Casey. She's a woman on the internet, okay? People are going to say disrespectful shit. That comes with the game. It's not right, but it comes with the territory. So, I mean, if that's something you're concerned about, maybe stop putting her in the videos, okay? Um, but I agree. Look, I hope that nobody says anything bad about her or disrespectful about her. Remember that Casey's readers are apparently very slow. Casey's viewers read very slowly, so he had to leave this up for like, oh, I'm sorry. What is it, like leaves on the screen for like 10 seconds?
Oh. What's up, guys? So I know I'm not Casey here today, but I am his sister, and he convinced me to make a video for him.
Okay, great. Yeah, and I'll tell you what did she say her name was again? Like Kerrigan or something? How about this? How about you just do all the videos from now on? Because in that like 1 second, you showed 10 million times more charisma than Casey has ever shown in any of his videos all put together. So, I mean, it would definitely be better. Then again, I probably wouldn't be as inspired to make response videos to it. So it's kind of a pick your poison, right? Okay.
So I'm going to do that right now, and today's video is going to be on ways to get your crush to chase you. Now, all of this is from girl perspective, so I know he usually in his videos tells guys not to trust what a girl says, but I've grown up with him, so I've kind of learned a lot about what I actually like and what I'm actually into. My boyfriend also loves Casey, and he got me, so.
Okay, well, okay. I mean, I think that's it, right? I think that's it. There's no hope for humanity whatsoever. Because I mean, I'm assuming her boyfriend's like, she said she's 17. Her boyfriend is. She said that in the last video she was in, right? That she was 17. Um, that so her boyfriend, I'm guessing, is 17 or 18, and he likes Casey. He likes Casey's stuff. And why is she with a guy who likes Casey's stuff? And it's like, it would be one thing if there was like something wrong with her or something, but this is like, seems like a pretty normally adjusted girl, like, like a normal adjusted girl. And she's with a guy who watches Casey Xander videos. I mean, so, I mean, is this like, I mean, do I have any younger viewers? Do I have any younger viewers who are like in high school or something, or like just started college? If I do, please stay in the comments. Like, do you know anybody who watches Casey Zander? Do you like? Would Casey Zander be appealing to other guys in your high school class? Because this shit would not have flown when I was in high school. Okay, so I don't know if if we're just devolving as a species or what. Between this and my 3-year-old nephew being into MGTOW, things are not looking promising.
The first way to make your crush chase you is by making her aware that you have other options on the table. What I mean by this is that if you show her that you have other girls that are interested in you, it kind of provides like urgency for her to want you more, but that actually means that she kind of gets jealous. Now, if you have no one coming after you, she might just think that you're like not wanted by other girls, so like why would she want you? But if you show that you have other girls wanting your attention as well, it shows that you're kind of a guy that's like a catch. So make
Okay, so I know black pillars aren't going to like this. It's kind of a red pilled thing, but again, what was that was her first one she sang, and there's something to it. Like it's not was I was expecting like some completely useless advice, and it's called Preselection, and it's a huge thing. I mean, women are really into it. They even had an episode of Seinfeld where they talked about it. You know, I think I think you know what? Why don't I wait for it at the end? But pre-selection really does work. It really does work, and yeah, it will. It will. I mean, and the thing is, women will even admit it. You can like ask them about it. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, that would make him a lot more attractive." If I knew that other women were into him, or he had been with some like really beautiful women, or something like that. You know. Okay.
Making her aware that you have other options on the table is a huge way to get her attention. Number two, also focused on attention. Don't give her too much attention. I know many guys are going to be confused by this, but if you give a girl too much attention right off the bat, they're most likely going to think that you're coming off as clingy, and they're probably going to get annoyed with you really fast. Now, a little bit of attention's good, but only give her attention every once in a while. Pull back every so often that she's trying to fight for that attention, if you know what I mean. Number three.
Yeah, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. That's something that can be effective. You don't want to it's kind of a two-way thing. Like you don't want to give her like no attention whatsoever, but like you want to make it maybe a little scarce at first to kind of try to reel her in. You don't want to, like I said, you don't want to come off as needy or anything. And so that is like needy can be an attractive thing for a girl. It's not attractive for guys. I mean, maybe if she's into like some femdom shit, that would be the only way. It's generally women don't really like that. But I think that also does need to be addressed. We have to be honest that I mean, maybe she's coming from a red pill perspective herself. She's thinking that all girls are like her and her friends, and that's not necessarily true. I think it's important to recognize that there are exceptions. Not every girl is going to be into this. I mean, I'm sure there's some girls who like the needy, clingy shit. Probably not too many, but there probably are some. So can't be too one size fits all with this.
Three is flirting. Flirting is a great way to get a girl interested in you. Some guys may not know how to flirt, and that's okay. An easy way to do it is just by kind of not picking on her, like don't be mean, but some banter, joking with her, kind of messing with her. Girls.
Yeah, this is where that thing, the concept of a neg comes from. And you'll often hear guys, say so, especially maybe, well, you'll hear it from both ways. You'll hear blue pillars say it doesn't work, and you'll hear black pillars say it doesn't work. And they'll say like, she knows what you're doing, stuff like, and like she knows what you're doing. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about a neg. There are two real proper forms of a neg. Okay, neither are insults. One is a sort of what I would call an ambiguous compliment. It's not an insult. It would be something like, let's say that she's got she's attractive, but she has a really prominent nose. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's prominent. It's like, so you would say something like I love your nose, or your nose is like, you have such an exotic look. something like that. Or I think one example that I remember from way back in the day, some guy who some a girl, she said she was dating some guy. This was actually a woman. She was talking about when she was like in high school. She was dating, or in college. She was dating some guy, and she had gotten a new haircut that day. And he said, "You got your haircut?" And uh, she said, "Yes, I did. It's a different style than I normally get." And then he said, what he said, his reply was, I read somewhere that when a girl changes her hairstyle, it means she's trying to make a change in her life overall. So he didn't say that he liked or didn't like her haircut. He just said something like that was kind of unrelated. So it's like, so you see in both of those cases, there's no insulting there. The other form of quote unquote negging, which is different, and they all get bunched together, is with what's her name again? Kendra, Kayla. Okay, dude, can somebody remember? I'm not gonna look up the video, but and she says it in the other video. It's like Kenzie. I can't remember. Kerrigan. So the other thing, like I said, they have trouble naming people in this family. The other things which Kerrigan was talking about is, tease the girl, like, don't be mean, but teasing. And I can't do this. I've never even tried to do it because I know I'd fail at it. But I've seen guys who can pull it off, and it really works. I mean, it really is super effective. Now, does every girl love it? No, but from what I've seen, pretty much every young attractive girl likes it. I'm sure there's some exceptions, but it's nothing like it's just like it's playful. It's playful and it's like fun. Again, I can't do it. If you're not a natural at it, you probably can't. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I mean it's effective.
Girls always pretend like they're really annoyed by that, but they're lying. They secretly like it. They like when you guys pick on us. Girls will always say that they don't like to be picked on, and they hate when boys make fun of them. But they're lying. They actually like it. They think it's funny.
This is all good, but I'm worried that the spurgs who watch Casey's video are going to take this and be like, oh, okay, so I should go make fun of girls. And it's like, no, that's not going to get you where you want to go. But we'll go on.
Just joking with them, messing around with them. Girls love that stuff. Number 4, confidence. If you really want to make your crush chase you, you have to be confident in everything you do. If a guy's confident in how he talks, if a guy's confident in what he wears and who he is as a person, every girl finds that majorly attractive. It shows that he's not afraid to show who he is, and basically in general, we just really find confidence hot. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today.
Yeah, that was my favorite one. I think I'm gonna make a video about confidence because confidence is a subject that I've had an interest in for, I don't know, I want to say my entire life, but for a long time. I think my entire adult life, confidence has been something I've been very interested in. The whole idea of confidence. In fact, I even made a video back in the early days of my channel about how to improve your confidence, but I deleted it because I no longer stand by what I said in it. Um, I think I'll make another video about confidence. But I think that I want to address at least something of what she said. What she says when she says confidence here, when she's talking about confidence, she doesn't really mean confidence. She's using confidence in the way that it's traditionally used in our society. That's true. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with what she's saying. I'm saying there's wrong with the way our society uses. When our society says confidence, they mean arrogance. That's really what they mean. When they say, "Oh, he's so confident," it's like, well, that means it means it's arrogance. And arrogance is kind of like, it can be almost, I mean, it can be kind of a hard thing to describe, but it's kind of like it can be seen as an excessive confidence or sort of an outwardly shown confidence or a very egocentric confidence. I don't know. I kind of know it when I see it. But I mean, I think the best example of sort of arrogant confidence you're ever going to see is somebody like The Rock. Um, who and that's the thing. So she's saying that, well, we find confidence really attractive. It's like, eh, um Sort of. It's not total bullshit, but here's the thing. Let's say you had two Christian Greys, okay? They were the same, same status, same looks, and same money or whatever. Now, what the black pillars are going to tell you, right, is that um, both guys, regardless of personality, this is what the hardcore autistic black pillars will say. Regardless of personality, both guys are going to be just as attractive to women, and that's not true. At first sight, yes. However, if that Christian Grey type has a really clingy, weak and submissive personality, sure, there's going to be tons of girls who are still into him because of his status and his looks. I'm not saying that. But you're going to have a lot who lose attraction to him. Meanwhile, if the other Christian Grey is like the Christian Grey in the books, no, I haven't read the books. I'm just saying that my basic understanding of it. I've never even read the wiki, but my understanding of it, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, is that he's sort of this billionaire asshole who's into S&M, and but he's naturally really arrogant and dominant, and kind of like an emotionally damaged person, I think, from my understanding of it, and kind of these sort of the dark brooding type, but he's, I guess, really confident and stuff, and so he acts like that. That is actually going to make him more attractive to women as they get to know him. That's true. It really will increase attraction. This goes back to my personality matters thing. So anyway, here's the thing: is you had this stuff she gave, 4, I think, really good ways to get a girl who you're into to chase you. Now, here's the 4 things, and none of them were bullshit. But here's the problem, right? So because I know some black pillars are going to say this shit doesn't work. It's not that it doesn't work. It's that she doesn't even realize it. That these things only apply to somebody who has already passed the looks threshold attraction thing. There has already been some physical attraction. Without that physical spark, it doesn't even have to be physical. There's already been some attraction. Now, the attraction can come from a couple of things. Regardless of what black pillars tell you, attraction is not 100% about looks. Okay? Looks are the most important thing. And when I say looks, I'm including height. That's true. But status matters and personality matters. It varying depending on the girls. Some girls looks aren't as important. Some girls' looks are truly everything, stuff like that. But in general, but generally speaking, yes, the looks are the most important, but they're not necessarily everything. The point is, though, using through one of those things, through either looks, status, or personality, there has to be some initial attraction created. Okay, you have to have created, then you can apply all these things, and they'll probably be effective. The thing is that most guys watching these videos, and the thing is, I think about, well, I didn't really have crushes when I was in high school. I had girls that I were into, but it wasn't like I had a crush on them. It was just just thought that they were hot. And that was as far as it goes. So maybe I don't know if I can totally relate to this. Like I said, I've only had one real crush in my life. I think I talked about that in a previous video, and that was when I was in 6th grade. So, I'm sorry, when I was in 6th and 7th grade. No, it's a long time without a crush. But anyway, what could these things wouldn't have worked for me, right? Because there was no interest on her part in the first place. There was no initial attraction on her part. So if you go, and that's the problem with this advice, beyond the fact that some of the viewers are going to be too autistic to understand it, is that and this is where the black pill comes in. So you've got this good advice, but it's only relevant after the like I said, after the initial attraction's already been there. So, and then it gets to the next point, well, what should you do if there is no if she doesn't have that initial attraction to you? And I mean, I'm hesitant to say this, and this isn't even advice. I'm just telling you what I would do. and keep in mind it's easier for me because I'm aromantic. Um, if it was me, right, and I had a crush on some girl, like let's back when I was young or whatever, and she like I couldn't apply these things yet because there was no initial attraction created, I would give up. I would say that, give up with her and go on to the next because none of the you're not going to be able to apply these things. Like if there's no attract because that's what we need to like if there's attraction, then we can apply this red pill shit. This red pill shit can be effective when you've created attraction. In limited doses, there can be something to it. Yes. Because it's all stuff all this all the red pill stuff that works is all stuff that Chad types do naturally. I've seen them do it. And it's just stuff they do naturally. And the but that's the thing is like we don't need to know what to do when we get there. What the question is how do you create the initial attraction? And the truth is like nobody really makes videos talking about it, or they either don't talk about it like what she did. She just didn't talk about it. She just skipped that most important part. Or they do like Casey and say like, oh, well, you'll create the initial attraction by going to the gym and being on your purpose. So you end up with like advice to guys that's like it's irrelevant because it's further down the line than they already are. All right, that's all for now. See you in the next.